Hi everyone, welcome to the next episode of my Let's Play of SimCity 4. I'll go ahead and load up Pinecastle again. The last one I remade this interchange here, and I'd finished making it into a three-way instead of a four-way interchange, which I had kind of messed up before by making it have a road continue past here, and there's nowhere for it to go really. It needs to go. So I made this into a trumpet interchange and put some cosmetic piece type stuff around it. Cosmetic pieces on the highway here and some median barriers. So I'm gonna just resume kind of working on that, the area around it, just finish everything up. So it's just take care of everything that's around it, you know, cosmetic stuff mostly, so yeah. Mainly this is geared toward the old highway shape, so I'm gonna demolish that and put some more walls there for the industry. Probably unpause the game by now too. Oh. I will want to flatten this first, because it doesn't look like it's completely flat. There. So I've got some more space for, I don't know, probably continue this parking lot right here. So I'll probably, yeah, fill this with the open area pieces and put some of the parking lot pieces right here. Alright. And I can also put some more trees here, fill this space in. Alright, here it is. Okay. So as far as this is concerned, looks like this is going to be abandoned. They don't usually seem to get replaced, so I'm going to demolish that. If it's abandoned due to no road connection. And I'm going to get rid of this actually too, so I can put walls there along the highway. So, yeah. I don't know, I might actually just put trees there or something. It's kind of an uneven place to have cars parked. Fill that with tree lots then, just to provide some kind of barrier between the highway and the buildings here. And if you do have them right up to the RHW highway, it can, like, let them get access right off the highway, which you're not supposed to be able to do. So, keep a little space there. You'll have the no base texture version, so it matches the curve without the base texture. Oh, this one will have it, I guess. Alright. You know what I'd actually be better off doing would be use the God mode trees, like I did over here. So I'll cheat by holding Control Shift Alt and just put some trees here. I don't consider it really a problem that, I mean, it's technically cheating, but it's just, I don't know, kind of cumbersome to use the Mayor mode trees to fill a larger area, so I just use God mode ones. I don't use it for anything else, really. So, alright. And of course it's infested with horses everywhere, and they're gonna all fade out when they get to the highway, it looks like, but yeah, it does get annoying how there was always constant neighing. If you just put a little forest area inside a highway loop ramp, it's not really realistic, of course. But, I don't know if there's a way to get rid of that at all. So we've got lots of nice amount of traffic on the elevated rail here, which goes to, where does this go? Oh, it must go to Stonegate Moor, which is the next city in that direction. I'm gonna look at that, because I don't completely remember right where that's going. I have a few commuter railways and a freight railway, which is this, I think. Oh, that's interesting, because the elevated rail, yeah, it doesn't go anywhere actually, it's just connected to the neighbor connection, but as far as the game is concerned, that's a route they can take to commute to this other city here, Stonegate Moor, and they can, it doesn't know that there's nothing on the other side yet. I haven't connected it to the actual city, of course, but as far as it's concerned, it's going to the neighboring city, so that's kind of strange, but oh well. So, this is, I think, a freight railway. I'll load this up again. So just wanted to check that out to see where it was going, because I didn't remember. Yep, freight line here. I even labeled it, so that's good. But it does go through the station here. So it's kind of, I guess what I had it doing was kind of, there's another freight line that goes out to the fort here, and another one going in this direction. So it was just kind of sharing a railway here with the passenger line, and I guess the passenger line ends here for this, and it's a freight railway all the way to the industry here, going to the port, I guess. So, I mean, I've already got plenty of commuter lines like this right here. They're going in different directions, of course, so this is the intercity. And, yeah, anyway. So I did want to get to some civic service issues, if there are any, just check that out. Besides the obvious unemployment, which was pretty bad. Well, it's not so bad, I suppose, but still, it's something. So I'm gonna try to address that some more somehow, and see if there's any problems with schools or hospitals or anything. But yeah, finishing this up though, first. I mean, I could help solve the job problem by extending some roads here and putting some more industry. That should work well. So I already did have, I think this was the highway ramp, yeah it was. Highway ramp went to this roundabout here. And I'll just put a street connecting to that now. And it's getting annoying. It's from the elevated rail station over here, if you don't remember. It's a glitch, but anyway, I guess I can put this kind of, I was thinking I might loop it around, kind of, do that. Could be a good idea. I'll use a smooth curve so the trucks, for the industry, the factories aren't having issues making these sharp turns here. So, and it looks better, of course. Yeah, I think this is a good area to stop the road. Alright. So there we've got a loop here, and I'll just put some factories in the middle. Fill in all the space I can for now. So I will also put some tree lots, as I've done before. And I'm not sure what to do about the edge of the highway here. Let's see, it wouldn't really be appropriate to use sound walls, of course. It's not a residential area. So I just have just trees providing the barrier from the highway, just like over here. No wall right there, because it would be kind of difficult to get a wall. Well, I mean, I could put one, but it's supposed to connect to the factory areas, so it's gonna have a street between it and the factories. So these trees, looks pretty good. And I'll put a few more. Actually, I could use the mayor mode ones for this. It's not like it's hard to do or anything, I suppose. It's not that bad. Small area. So I'll put the oak, maple, and elm to match the god mode ones. Alright. I can fit a couple more in here, maybe. So it's interesting, this is technically a puzzle piece tile here. Can't put anything else on it, but I can plant trees on them in some situations, it looks like. I figured that out before. Which normally you can't put them on the edges of roads or anything, like right here, so yeah. I guess I'll just put trees lining this here. I can't put them here because this is a reserved tile. It won't let me put trees on it. That's kind of bad right here. I guess that looks alright now. Just don't like this sidewalk tile appearing. So, I can put some more factories here. And I've got more sidewalk, unfortunately. Which is, I think, mentioned in the development thread for Real Highway once, and they said that the eventual plan is to have that be grass, which would match the rest, like in the straight pieces here. And it shows sidewalk due to having a zone next to it. It's not supposed to happen, of course. So I probably can't put trees here, just like on the other side. Let's see. Nope. So I'll leave this empty. A few more. Alright. Well, that works, I suppose. And we've got a few more buildings being constructed now, so that's good. I do have a set of pipelines just for water, which look kind of cool for industrial areas, maybe a high-tech industrial area. And they're just for show. They don't actually carry water like the pipes underground do. But yeah, I haven't used them much lately, but you can still like just place them in your industrial areas or any other area of the city. Just above ground water pipes. Just a visual only thing, but I usually put those and put the underground pipes right beneath them following the route, so that it can actually kind of do something. I might figure out a place to use those in a while. We can say maybe they will be kept above ground, these pipes, to prevent water pollution. I guess it's more of a problem in agriculture and industry areas. Well, it's of course a problem in these kind of industries too. Alright, so of course more factories being built, and I don't know about this area. I could put some roads here and zone it in, but I'd have to destroy some more things here. So I might not. I just leave it as trees as it is. So right about right here, there's a little empty space. I'm going to put some more trees here. Yeah, so you see, I don't always go with the God mode trees. They're just for large, empty areas. I do like to use mayor mode single ones to line highways like this. It's good if you have an RHW6S. ornate C, I suppose, because they have an overhang part, and it's not technically occupied from the puzzle piece, or the network, so I can put whatever I want in that tile. It's useful for trees. This fills in the space, makes it look nicer. How many freight trains are there going on here, I wonder? 332. It's good to see some actual usage for the freight depot station here, because they don't always get used at all. I mean, a lot of the time you'll build one that's too far from the neighbor connection. See, if you didn't know, the way that it works in this game is that the freight traffic in general will take the shortest route it can just to get to the edge of the city. It doesn't care where it's actually going, just like this right here. It just wants to get to the next city over. So sometimes you'll build freight rail lines and they won't get any usage from your industry because it's technically closer if they use the roadway connection, which there isn't one right here. So that's probably why they're using the rail. A lot of the time, if you have a road neighbor connection, trucks will just take that out. So, yeah. I got this nice electric freight engine, but I do realize I don't have any overhead lines anymore. That was when I installed the Real Railway mod. I had to get rid of them or something like that, but I think they have ones that work with that now, so I'll have to look into re-downloading that. I used to have some. They were automatic, like this. Catenaries. So, anyway, and put some more industrial zones here. I did want this to be the border, I believe, for the industry here, but this is already a station. I think it's appropriate to have a little bit more here. I filled this in too. Oops, keep pressing space to... I've been using Trimble SketchUp for modeling things lately, and I'm used to pressing space to get off the tool I'm using, so it's actually escape in this game, of course. But yeah. Right, so I got commuter rail here. Well, anyway, I filled in the space and I wanted to get to services, so I'll do that now. Let's check out the situation with everything. So it looks like, of course, education isn't perfect. It doesn't get high levels right away. It takes time. This is fine. This is getting there, but it's under capacity still. Health. Let's see if I have the giant consolidated hospital. Yep, okay, I do. Looks like 2 of those in the city. This is getting higher usage too, but it's fine. So it looks like I'm fine for civic services, health, and education at least. Crime, yep, looks covered well enough. I've got the Finnish police headquarters building right here, which is a nice diagonal building, of course. Good to have those. I found that a lot of the diagonal buildings available are old European style ones, and it's hard to find modern ones sometimes for a modern looking city. But yeah. Let's see, fire hazard. Got some uncovered areas right here. Alright, so I'm gonna take care of that now before I forget. I wonder if a small fire station would be good. Yeah, it probably would, because it's just next to this part. I just have to cover this area. I'll put it right there, actually. That would work very well. Fits in. And it's not perfectly covering everything, but I think it should work. Okay. So, yeah. That's all that. Oh, so we do have a garbage problem. I did not notice that before. I guess I haven't been looking at this, probably. I didn't even see it about garbage. That's strange, you didn't mention it. Well, oh, it is seemingly going down. Let's see. It is still going down, but it's decreasing the rate at which it's going down, so I'll probably be better off putting some more garbage handling facilities in here somewhere, because that is a problem that's often goes unnoticed in my cities. I mean, I just notice that it's after a while I see it, oh look, it's been building up for a year or something in the game. I have to build more incinerators to lower the levels, so until then it gets to 0. I don't usually use the landfills because they reduce land value a lot and take up a lot of space. I could just go against what I just said. I could use a landfill once in a while, though. For realism, I mean, real cities have different types of facilities, of course, and I haven't used them much. So I'm gonna go ahead and build one somewhere around here, near the other industry. Okay. What about here? That should work. Alright. I'll put some trees to border the highway here. Already getting the seagulls. Don't have anything in there. Alright. So of course this is just gonna fill up, and then it will be... It won't actually reduce the amount of garbage after that, of course, so... I'll eventually need another incinerator. How's unemployment? I don't see any... Well, there's a few of the ZOT icons. And we've got some abandoned buildings too, which is contributing to that. Because they're not providing any jobs when they're abandoned, of course. See, it's, as I mentioned earlier, it's kind of a problem with, if they have no road connection for industrial buildings, they get, like this right here, they get their road access cut off when their anchor building gets replaced by a high-tech industry building or a manufacturing building, if it's the other way around. And they'll be abandoned and they never actually get redeveloped, it seems like, so it's kind of annoying, but yeah. Alright, put some more trees in here. Looks nice. Alright, so... Quick save here. So we do have some different problems with downtown here. We've got one of the iconic office buildings abandoned now. Why the heck is that? Low demand, it's difficult to fix that, of course. But the way you can do it is build more high-tech industry to get more commercial office demand. Well, I don't have much of an area for high-tech. Well, of course, it's over here. And the thing is, they don't have much development. I mean, they've got plenty of space. They've got low demand for high-tech industry as well, which is fortunate. That's not going to help me there. So I've got some now. Higher demand, and they're building some new places, so that's good. This is just hopelessly low. And let's see, residential, we got a lot of low wealth demand, and commercial services are always through the roof for demand for some reason, because of how much dirty and manufacturing industry I build. I think that drives it up. Never seems to go below the maximum. So yeah, this should be historical, I think. Okay. So yeah, this is very lackluster, I guess, my downtown area, because of the, well, buildings-wise, I guess. because there's some abandonment. There's too much of this low density development when I'm trying to get a lot of skyscrapers eventually. So that's going to need some more industry and industry to support it. We do have more office buildings over this way. Take another look at land value. Okay, it's about the same except for some red spots, which I think is where garbage is building up, so that should be taken care of soon enough. You know, since I've built a landfill, you can see I actually have a capacity above 0 now for garbage, instead of just reducing the total amount. So I guess that's good. How does it look? Yep, filling in part of it. Okay. So it looks like unemployment is definitely down, unless it's just they've unabandoned temporarily. They're going to be unemployed again soon, or that seems to happen sometimes. So we'll see. Like this building right here, I'm going to make that historical so it doesn't get redeveloped. It's because it's right up to the street here in the corner, near the hospital. It's a nice modern looking building. What is it, Ryan Apartments? Oh, O'Hare Apartments. I've got a few of these. I'll keep this as well. And just make a few historical usually in order to preserve the variety, I guess. Just for realism, because actually if you don't do that, they'll often be redeveloped by something that's already right next to him, so. It might be a good thing actually to demolish some here. So I made that historical, okay. So I've got this one right here, which is the main, for this building, the main building that's supposed to be there. I don't really want others, the same one right next door. This has turned out pretty well, though. The shape of the building is triangular, kind of. And this diagonal area, kind of, with a park surrounding it. It's nice. So, yeah. The problem is when you get in your urban areas a skyscraper with a single family home next to it, and this is never going to be redeveloped because nothing will fill this space. Except for some buildings I did have once. Well, I had some that were 1x3 and 1x4 tiles, which I don't have in there right now. I want to think about re-adding those. Alright, so where are we with this? Low demand for everything, it seems. That is kind of annoying. So, oops. We're getting some high with commercial service demand. I guess I might want to zone some new areas. And it looks like high-tech industry has gone up a lot too, so that's great. Let's see what they're building over here. Ah, very good. More industry. That should help with a lot of things. So I've got to be careful not to zone too much, I guess, as usual, but I do need more commercial development services. But then again, it's still commercial zone. It might be it's the same zone that office buildings would use, and I don't need any more of those because the demand is already low. So I'll go ahead and zone some new. It's gonna happen eventually. Let's see, where's everything facing? Nothing's actually fronting, technically facing this avenue here. Probably that area I was just looking at would be the best place for new commercial zones. So I'm going to put a few zones here. The eventual plan should be to put behind this, back here, I put some more residential buildings. What I wish someone would make as far as building models in this game would be kind of, instead of these noise walls, which aren't really so useful for high density areas with skyscrapers, a kind of, I guess, acoustic, like noise shell. It would go over the entire highway, which I've seen in I guess they have ones in real life too. In Melbourne, Australia, there's one of those, I think, on a bridge somewhere. It's just a good idea for skyscrapers. I'm not sure if they might actually have that in this game. Someone's made one. I haven't looked into it. That would be a cool thing to have in here, though. So I'm not going to zone any more residential right now because of abandonment and unemployment. I will finish zoning this part. Even 4x4 zones, so that's fitting in there well. These will be residential. And I guess I'll put some more commercial zones here. Same size here. And I could face that way, I suppose. Because I don't plan on extending this road any further, so it'll just face the same way as these zones. Let's see. I don't know if that should be enough as a development or zoning, or if I should put some more zones near the existing commercial area here. Probably leave it for now. Looks like my police station has been messed up due to me removing a mod for civic service and rewards buildings, which relotted them and lost their base texture. So put that back. Okay. I'm thinking of putting that mod back actually. Some part of it, other parts kind of I didn't like. Is a lot of them access buildings. Because as I had mentioned in other videos and the other series probably, you would make like big apartment buildings with large parking lots around them, which I didn't really prefer to have in my downtown, so I can put there's a different set for rewards that would give it like a fence around it, the whole perimeter. So I'll look into that whenever I download it again. Alright, so how's demand doing? High demand for offices, that's good. Let's see, will it de-abandon any of these, maybe? Let's hope this never gets abandoned. It's ploppable and it won't get fixed if it does. Yeah, this is medium wealth, so it should be repopulated eventually, if this continues. Although it is hard to get the game to do that. And I'm getting more residential development. Nice. What I really like is for this low density area in the middle of my downtown to be more dense. But I'm going to need to actually destroy a lot of these first. To do that because they're 5x4 zones, you can see here, and nothing else is really going to fill that kind of zone after it's been designated as that size. As far as skyscrapers, at least, there won't be any new ones. So, rezone those. Alright. This is a custom building, of course, at Burlington Coat Factory, which is nice for my suburbs, but it's not my downtown. I gotta do that. There. It could happen again, it could redesignate the zone for that size, but hopefully not. The game just does that by itself, I guess. I mean, you can say this is going to be a 3-tiled wide zone, but it won't be able to respect that necessarily. Alright. This is a nice building that doesn't appear too often. Make that historical too. This isn't so tall, so I might not make that historical. Try to keep the tall buildings in the tall building areas, I guess. But I'm gonna demolish this because it's a duplicate right next to this, of course. I did see this just got repopulated. So we have low garbage, high crime, which should fluctuate all the time. Garbage is still going down, good. I'm not sure what it would do normally, because I haven't used landfills in so long. But I think maybe as the landfill fills up, you have the capacity line and you'll have total garbage that won't change, but I have incinerators which are making it go lower. So yeah. So I think how it would work would be if this eventually would fill up all the way. But if I did add enough incinerators in the future, it would probably, I think the game will take the garbage out of here and then incinerate that, and it will go down, and these will physically disappear. Because of course you can't just demolish them, the game won't let that happen. So that's the only way to get rid of it, which can be annoying if you poorly planned where you put a landfill. That was a problem I'd had with it before. If you put one in a place and you want to redevelop it, you have to wait for the garbage to disappear over game years or whatever. Alright, so I've got some more commercial buildings here. This is kind of the commercial equivalent of the 1x4, 1x3 buildings I was talking about for residential, which are nice skyscrapers. These are somewhat tall buildings, so they're useful for filling in those small spaces. I do prefer, if I have a larger space, that wider buildings get built there. What do we have here? Oh no, same building again. Oh wait, that's a different one. Okay. We've got another duplicate situation here though. So I'm going to demolish this one. I don't really like this wall here, it looks kind of bare. So just let something get built next to this one. And make this historical. I'm building mobile homes and small houses here. I don't know, what's the point? I mean, these are just going to be replaced in a few months or something, so the game doesn't really recognize that. Make this historical. It's a nice place. I don't usually make ones that have the parking lot fronting the street historical. I prefer these kind. This is good too. This is right over here, so I'm gonna demolish it. It's kind of unlikely. I just demolish them because they don't get replaced so readily as I'd like them to, when they're just duplicates. Now we've got some more unemployment, so it's also good that I'm doing that for that reason. So, a nice new commercial building. It looks like an office. Now demands way through the floor again. Fortunately, this is not repopulated, which is what I was talking about. It's hard to get the game to do that, especially when you have to make new zones for something else. These are all services, though. This is not historical. I wonder if I wanted to make that stay there. I think I probably did. Wonder why I didn't have that historical. Along with this too. This is in a good place, right at this corner. And might as well do the same with this. Custom query menu, of course. I like this building here. It's very, I don't know, massive looking. Fills in the 4x4 space well. Lots of balcony area. I'll make this one historical as well because that fits nicely there. something else can be built there. Alright, more unemployment, that's not good. So we've got manufacturing demand, high-tech has gone down again. See how much has been built out. Right. So, a little bit of development in the new zones here. Well, alright. I need to wait for this to be built out some more. How much traffic's on here? Nothing so far, unfortunately. But it should pick up in the future. Alright, well, I think I'll probably call this the end of the episode and continue this in a while, so see you next time.